couch.
Oh, yeah.
Got it?
One.
Oh, I'm pretty good. Okay.
He got 2. Christian, can you beat 2?
Yes,
In a row?
100%. All right.
Okay, that's on you.
Oh, we can't even throw.
How did that happen?
Oh,
Alright, yeah,
top of
whatever.
his
I
lip.
give
Here,
up.
right here.
Money.
Right in my eye.
Eyeball. Why is everything orange?
It's painted
The whole room
orange.
is orange. What happened?
You got to get one before we can start.
I
Throwing
thought that
it
went
so
in.
hard.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, no, you clean them up later. Ours are pretty. There's like 7 over here.
That's why we brought you, Haley. Just kidding.
Haley, can you start picking them up, please?
kidding.
When's Mariah get back?
Like an hour.
She's here? She's back?
Oh, I said like an hour.
Oh. Yeah. What a great week.
What a great week.
Full of rewards.
Full of rewards.
Full of heartbreak.
Oh my goodness.
You know, people. I mean, it's so exciting for you that Mariah's here, but
Yeah.
also she kind of ruined
like the
our
upskirt
plans.
of Christian right now.
Yeah, it kind of ruined our plans.
What?
You know, when you had a boys' night on Friday night planned, that
Oh,
was gonna
yeah,
be super duper
that
fun.
is a
Oh,
bummer.
yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah.
get spoiled because they get here early, so you can't have a boys' night.
That's all right.
Okay.
It might have been a good thing. I was thinking about it. It might have been a good thing.
Why?
Why?
We would have destroyed that place. We'd have
No, we wouldn't.
We would have burned it to the ground.
We would have. It would have been in better
it
shape
would've
than when
been
we got
chill.
there.
We would have just watched the movies
Dang,
and some
really?
The
lawn
Xbox
chairs.
controller would have been out the chair instead of at the TV.
Maybe I was just coping.
Would have been
and
so rowdy.
You
trying
were
to tell
coping.
myself that it was.
What do you think was
It
going
was
to
good
happen?
anyway. No. It
No,
was-
listen to this. This is what's gonna happen.
Let me live in Fantasyland where everything is awesome.
You
and
just
I
said
don't have to
everything was
worry.
gonna be bad.
Gavin, I'm just saying. That's what I'm going to tell myself. It would have blown up.
It would have been
if it
like-
actually happened.
Parker's living in the world that's on his shirt right now. Just wake up, Parker.
Yeah.
We're in reality where we would have had fun and
I
watched
think what
sick
we need to
movies. We
do-
would have watched Django Unchained finally.
September, when she
Yeah.
goes back for her bridal shower.
Or at her friend's wedding and see the baby.
Yeah, all that
Let's
stuff.
Not the
go.
baby. She's seeing it.
We
They're hiring
will,
the baby
nephew.
for the bridal shower.
We'll stay at the apartment and do a guys' night.
Yeah.
on a
Oh
night.
yeah, that's actually a good idea.
That's actually a really good idea. I was going to probably stay there anyways. When she's gone.
Okay.
Oh man.
Parker got a massive couch.
Great couch.
Great couch.
I really wish we got a video of it.
I know. How did they not?
I don't know. Everyone was so afraid. Watch out. When Hannah started screaming and yelling,
Yeah,
I was
at
like,
least
that's
get a-
going to make him fall. It's not going to just
At
let him
least
lock
get a
in.
good video
please.
out of it.
So this weekend got an apartment and you got to furnish an apartment. So we went and bought a couch. Got a great sized living room. You can fit a massive couch in the living room. The
Mhm.
problem is you can't fit a massive couch through the door.
Mm.
So as we were
There's
bringing
a
it in,
massive wall in the way.
we realized this isn't going to happen. And I was like, let's lift it up over the balcony, second story balcony. Why
Second
not?
story.
We got lots of guys here. 4 guys. 8 arms. My dad and I carried it
arms, 8 legs.
down the stairs. We lifted it up. Gavin hops over the railing, is leaning over to grab it from us. We push it up. My dad's down there giving the last push. I'm running up around to help lift it up.
How fast were you running?
So fast.
Was
dude.
your heart just
Yeah, I've never ran so fast in my life.
it's incredible?
But also try not to roll my ankle and
Okay.
make it up that
So
last
you
step
weren't going
that's
that fast.
2 feet tall.
That is true.
Get up there, helping Gavin and Mariah's dad lift this couch up and over the balcony, through a tree, through the sliding glass door, and then boom, it's in the living room.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And no one got a video of it, but mom
That's
took a couple
crazy.
pictures.
So
I don't know
pathetic.
why. you
Yeah,
would
at
take,
the end when we're
if you're gonna have your
carrying it through
phone
the
out for something
sliding-
like that, why are you
Definitely
taking
video.
pictures? But it's all right. It's
I
cool
said,
though.
anybody gonna video this? And they all just stood there in silence.
And Hannah
I
was
jumped-
there?
And then I jumped over
Yeah.
the balcony.
And she didn't video.
I know.
That's like her thing.
She like ran over and started trying to help. Like, oh, okay, thanks.
the tree was so close, it was really difficult to tip up the couch. If it wasn't there, it'd have been way easy.
Yeah.
But it did make it a challenge.
It did a little bit, but we got it done. If you need a guy to jump out on a ledge for you, Gavin's the one to call. He's just so eager to get out on a ledge.
I love
Yeah.
It's the call of the void.
Mhm.
Just always ready to
Loves
jump.
legend.
Ledge master.
Speaking of which, actually not
You
speaking
gotta
of which,
scoot over that way so you're in frame.
I'll be most in frame if I'm scooted over this way.
Dude, the phone might be blocking your face. This phone.
Oh, I see.
Just a little bit.
Oh. Have you guys seen all that's happening with Mr. Beast?
No.
I just saw Chris, Ava,
Mrs. Chris.
Mrs. Chris.
Right. What's her new name?
Ava.
Chris is kind of a girl name.
I think he changed Chris to Kris.
Oh.
So that is the girl version.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out he's always been a weirdo.
Unfortunately. Yeah, I saw I actually did see a post today. It was like his ex-girlfriend said something about like, it was super vague, but just like, you never know who someone really is. I lived with this pain for years. So, I don't know.
So she knew.
I don't
What?
know.
So she knew exactly who he was.
But doesn't he have a
I
wife?
don't know.
Or had a wife?
He has a girlfriend that's like a South African or something. So hey,
Who?
you might
Wait,
know
who's
her.
this?
Mr. Beast.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chris.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about
Oh,
Chris.
yeah, Mr. Beast had Chris had a wife and
Yeah,
a
yeah.
son.
Yeah, so everything's coming out about Mr. Beast, I guess being like abusive to contestants and faking videos, and which some of the stuff it's like, okay, that's actually not a big deal at all. But some of the
Being
stuff,
abusive. He didn't give me $10,000 when I got out.
But some of the stuff was like kind of
Kind of real?
real.
Maybe. But he's got so
'Cause,
much
like-
money, it's really hard
Like
to
some of the
tell.
guys' complaints was like, so they would edit it so like there'd be a timer, right? Like a timed competition. Like, you know, in
Yeah.
cooking shows where like it always is like there's 4
5,
seconds left and they're like
4.
putting all the stuff
Yeah.
on the plate to where it ends exactly when the timer ends.
Hands in the air.
Right. They were saying that Mr. Beast, like, he would fake his stuff to where like people would finish challenges and there wouldn't be 3 seconds left on the clock. It would be like 5 minutes before the alleged like the timer was actually going to go off, but they would edit it so that it seemed like, and that stuff I'm like, that's
I don't know if
just
that really matters.
Yeah,
that's
who
just
cares?
like production. That
That
just
makes it
it
entertaining.
That's not immoral in any way. That just makes it more entertaining for the viewer. So that stuff I didn't really care about. Then there was some stuff that was more like intense. Then there was stuff about he would say like subscribe and you have a chance to be in the video, but really the people in his videos was like his friends and family and coworkers. So like again, it's like nah, I don't really care about
Well,
that.
he's-
He would
He-
pick
he
a
said-
random subscriber. Usually, I think
He
and
said
then-
he tried to, but they were so bad on camera.
Yeah, right.
So he would get like a pretty good portion of people that were, oh, you're pretty good on camera, we'll bring you back.
yeah. And
yeah,
he also
if
reuses
he'd get a random person,
Yeah.
he'd reuse them a few times.
Mm-hmm.
and pretty like cutthroat to his employees, I guess, like editors and producers and stuff.
Well,
Like,
they probably get paid
again,
pretty good.
That's like
not immoral.
Maybe if you suck at your job, you don't get to keep your job. Sorry.
Because the main guy that's been like making these videos, millions of views on these videos, just bashing him and like
Really?
saying all the stuff that he does. It's all from this dude that was
Used to
used
work
to be
there?
a producer. Used to be a producer. Used to be an editor.
What's his name?
I don't know. I don't know.
I did
remember,
see
you
him
Remember the Viking guy, Jake?
At
Long
the-
time ago.
Insurrection. Viking guy Jake. Oh, part of
Yeah,
Mr. Beast's crew.
I think he's made some videos recently, just like about his experience. Not recently, but like
Oh, really?
that I've seen before, and
Saying that
wasn't,
it was poor?
It wasn't negative. It was
Yeah.
just like I just wanted to do my own thing.
I don't think that his on-camera crew is treated poorly.
Yeah.
They're saying it's the people like producers and editors,
Hmm.
not like his crew. Like, what's the other dude's name that's in their videos now? Like the younger guy. I guess he's probably been
Nolan?
there for like 5 years. Yeah, Nolan probably. And like Chandler. I guess those guys are whatever because they're his friends.
Chandler's been in there for a long time, dude.
But it's hard to tell if the allegations are like truly he's a bad
or
person.
they just want to get views.
or he's just like a super efficient, not how he acts on camera, super cutthroat, which that's way more permissible.
You've seen it though. He's done other other people's podcasts and interviews, and I watched a couple, and he's pretty much straightforward. Said like, yeah, I have 200 employees or whatever, but I mean they get paid well, but they're also going through so much footage, and he's just talked about how it's like no rest. Like I'm just going, pushing my team.
Right.
So,
Yeah, lots of orange dust on your shirt.
oh
It's
my
part of the game.
gosh.
It's part of the game.
You let me sit here like that?
Yeah, you play dusty games, you win dusty shirts.
Uh-huh.
This was my clean shirt too.
Oh,
Was
yeah. And
really
then
it?
they said one of the more, like, morally questionable things was that one of his staff members, another one of his staff members was, like, an actual pedophile, like, registered offender regarding young children.
Dang it.
And, like, he would have had to have known about it unless he was super, like, just ignorant to who he hired.
Yeah.
But, like,
isn't that something you have to disclose?
You have to register.
You definitely have to disclose that. He was on there for a long time. I think he was in a couple of videos, like, as
really?
contestant, like, as a
Really?
contestant or whatever. And, like, the Squid Game maybe or something like that, where you have a bunch of contestants.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he just fired him, like, when all this stuff kind of happened.
Dang.
But people found out about it. I don't know. His recent video got a bunch of views, like millions of dislikes, but
Really?
yeah.
That one was
Millions of
crazy.
dislikes?
The bunker one?
Oh.
Yeah, his most recent one, because people, like, don't like him anymore.
Oh, whatever.
I mean,
that'll
some people don't like
350
him.
million people subscribe to him.
all the 8-year-old kids that are watching, like, no, don't
Yeah.
dislike it.
Yeah, they don't really care.
You
We
can't
need
even
these
see the
videos.
dislike count anymore unless you, like, there's some way you can
I
see
know,
it, but
it's
it
so
doesn't
lame.
show.
I think there's like
anymore.
a Google like little system. What is those called? Like those widgets you can have downloaded on Google Chrome.
Oh,
Chrome
extensions?
extension. You can have like an extension that shows you dislikes.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's what it is because I have seen people that still show it.
On
But I really have no idea, to be honest.
on what?
On YouTube,
YouTube?
you can't see dislikes anymore.
It's been a while. Ever since
Yeah.
Joe Biden got elected.
Like a few
Took away the
years.
dislike button. Got him.
Seriously.
You get Trump
Click on
back
it.
and
Oh my gosh, that kid. Apparently. Click on that actually.
we get Trump back in office and
Oh,
we're
you
getting the
can't see
dislike
how
button
many.
back. You can't see dislikes.
Interesting. You said have to deaf?
The apparently kid.
The apparently kid is apparently not a kid anymore. That's actually pretty solid.
Coming to you live from Modesto, California.
Okay, Derek.
Oh, Derek.
Fresno.
Ooh.
Dude, the beginning of that movie's so funny. The beginning where they're like in the car and like
I'm brave.
he, like,
Oh,
grabs,
yeah.
she's like trying to kiss him, he like grabs her face.
Get away from me. I don't know why you did
I'm
that.
already.
What was
Oh,
the-
police. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness you're here. Officer.
We weren't doing anything.
Should we? No, come on. Let's go check it out. He falls out. He like breaks his ankle. It's like floppy, and she carries him.
That
all the way
was
to
John
the-
Krasinski that played that.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
was.
that's
I
funny.
didn't know that for the longest.
Don't touch me.
Why did he do that?
Don't
What was
rush
I don't
me.
know.
His character was just like, oh, don't rush it. That's what
yeah,
he said.
don't
Yeah.
rush me.
Don't rush me. That is such a funny movie. I remember seeing that in theaters.
Fresno.
Their honeymoon, right?
In what world is
Yeah.
Fresno better than Paris, Derek? Oh.
And then Bob.
the clip of him with the jello, just
Yeah.
like shaking it in front of his
Ooh.
face. Shaking
So
it in his
funny.
face. That clip was so funny.
Love that clip. We got a lot of positive feedback for our anniversary episode.
Yeah.
We didn't talk
Really?
about it last time. Oh yeah.
What
comments.
episode was that?
156.
Last one.
Is that the last episode?
One,
Yeah.
one before,
Oh,
but
okay,
just
that
was
makes
like
sense.
looking at
Yeah.
all those.
Cool.
You know what?
Good stuff. Thanks, guys.
Hannah said that it doesn't count as our 3-year.
Why?
See, I think we should count it as our 3-year because
It's our 3
it was 3 years for 50. There's 52 weeks,
Yeah.
then 52, then 52.
We do one episode
But
a week.
technically, our first episode was August 11th.
All right, so yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is our 1 year.
How are we catching up on ourselves like that? I'm starting to think there's not 52
Because
weeks
there was a
in
leap year.
It's like
I don't know.
I have no idea.
There's technically 50. They count it as 52 weeks in a year, but
So
it's
a little
really
more than that.
365 days and a half.
What's 52 times 7? Like
52 times 7?
364?
Oh, yeah. That'll be 300 and... Wait,
Is
times
it
what?
364?
Yeah, I think so, actually.
364.
Well done.
So one day, how did we get so far behind?
That's why we have a leap year. There's one extra day in a year every 4 years, so we can catch up.
But we do 365 every year, so we're
ahead.
Yeah, we're ahead. And we want to be double ahead.
Good for us.
We're just so eager. That's fun. Do you see the Olympics finally closed? U.S. on top.
Mm-hmm.
They removed breakdancing from next year's Olympics.
No way.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Did they actually?
It was so bad.
Pull up the U.S. versus Japan men's.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was amazing.
The Australia chick ruined it. Ain't nobody want to listen to us watch the breakdancing.
No, pull it up.
Also, it's
right
Monday
now.
night. I don't want to. It's too much
No,
work.
you don't have to play it for them, but
Oh yeah, suck it,
You guys
guys.
can-
We're gonna watch.
Yeah,
and you
we're
can't.
gonna watch breakdancing.
No,
You're
what
gonna
do you
want me to
listen.
do?
fine. It's Monday night. Parker doesn't want to add stuff in. I understand. We're so sorry. It's so late.
Japan?
Huh? Yeah, USA
what?
versus Japan men's breaking. That's what they call it. They call it breaking.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my gosh.
B-boy Victor of Team USA.
B-boy
takes the bronze.
Victor.
Who won in?
I don't know. The Australian chick was just bad.
She was so bad that they canceled the whole entire sport.
So next year it's not. It said it might make a return for Australia 2032.
That's so
But
hilarious.
it's pretty
kinda
funny that
ironic.
it's coming
It's
back
gonna-
to
in
Australia.
Australia.
Have to redeem
They're
themselves.
like, we're so sorry.
I feel so bad for all the breakers out there, though.
I
They
know. That
finally,
was their only
finally
chance.
broke through, and then she had to ruin it
This
for
chick, turns out
everybody.
she cheated too. Did you hear that?
Really?
The
Yeah,
Australian?
she like created the. She was like instrumental in creating the agency that like of judges,
Uh-huh.
the panel of judges, and her husband was one of the judges. Gave her a super high score, or whatever. And they like showed footage from the qualifier round, and she was like in a breakdance battle with some other Australian, and like the
She was-
one that she was against was way better than her. Like she very clearly lost. She just looked like she was just like in the Olympics where she was just kind of rolling around on the floor. That's exactly what she was doing in the like qualifier, and she somehow won. That must feel so good for all those other Australians that were like in the competition,
Seeing her get
seeing her just
humiliated.
humiliate herself.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
she was terrible. Ray gun.
Oh, nice. We get to watch some old dude talk about it instead of watching it happen.
Is that her? I don't think they're gonna show it.
Someone copying it. What do you guys think of Eminem's new music? He put out a new album.
Really?
Yeah.
No idea. I haven't
Eminem
listened.
did.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess-
super weird too.
Yeah, I've heard it's just.
But I mean, you listen back at like some of his older beats, like
They were
that
pretty
were
weird
really
too.
popular songs, really just weird beats. So it's not like that much different, but it is just not really that enjoyable.
yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? He had a song with Juice WRLD or something.
Yeah, Godzilla. But Juice WRLD was dead when that one came out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's so weird when they're just like making music for people that have passed.
He had a whole
Like a
album
while
that
ago.
came
Yeah.
out. Juice WRLD did.
And then he's had another one come out, I'm pretty sure.
I don't feel like that's true.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, 100%. They used AI for his voice.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's not true.
Yes.
There is no way that anyone let that happen.
They did.
Dude, record labels are greedy. He just put out a single,
That's
June
not
7th.
an album.
but that's Imagine
Yeah.
being featured with a dude that's no
Dead.
longer with us. Yeah. Oh, deluxe version of this one. Wait, no. Yeah, this is a
That's
completely
a
different
single,
album.
I think.
No, it's in albums.
Crazy.
27 songs. Well, they said, I saw this.
He's put out as
interview, they
many
were saying
albums
that-
since he's been dead, since when he was alive.
They said that he would just go into the studio and just record a ton of music. So I'm sure they just have a bunch of records and that
Or a
never
bunch
got
of
released.
audio of him. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
You don't know what's crazy is I sweat through all
Yes.
my clothes today,
What?
and then they dried while I was
Gross.
having lunch, and then I sweat through them again,
Oh,
and they didn't dry on my
that's
drive home.
awesome.
Goodness gracious.
And my AC went out
In your van?
in my van. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. You gotta get that fixed.
Got to get it fixed. My car is having issues.
What?
Yeah. The power steering light came on, and it's
Oh.
electronic power steering,
Oh,
so it's not hydraulic.
yeah.
Can't put fluid in it.
Yeah, you put fluid in the electronics and it's ruined.
Yeah, it's not good. But I don't know where I can send it to get fixed. Toyota dealership is $160 just to get it looked at.
I know. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh, yeah.
So I gotta find somebody to send it to.
The
Somebody I
economy.
trust. Anybody you guys trust?
Tyler? Wait, what?
Tyler.
Yeah, to look at it, I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe I might
Tyler
have to look
fixed
at
my
it.
car. It was leaking oil from somewhere or burning oil.
Burning it right up?
Yeah, but this one's just the computer. Something's up with the computer.
Oh, yeah, you're going to want to get that checked. What's she on about over there? What are you
Wow.
watching?
She better be listening to an old Gas Boys
She's
episode.
watching some, like, women's, like, feminism video.
It was
or
like
something.
Women's Courage.
Oh,
that's
wow.
hilarious. Somebody had surgery
I bet somebody
and
just died.
Somebody just died in
Is that
surgery.
so funny?
She thinks it's
Mhm.
hilarious.
Oh, what have I done?
Sick. Christian, I don't know how you can date her. That's
What'd you do?
I
disgusting.
plugged you into Gavin's port and Gavin into your port.
No flipping way.
I can see it populating as you're saying
Yeah.
that.
I was wondering why.
That won't be a big deal, will it?
No.
I was wondering why my
When your
line
voices are
wasn't doing anything.
EQ'd slightly differently, but not really.
Okay.
It
Oh,
will not be noticeable.
crud.
Cool.
Hopefully.
Did you guys know Nacho Libre was a real guy?
What?
Look it up.
Really?
Look it up, dude.
I won't. I will just take your word for it.
Go ahead and look it up right now.
You know what?
Because I don't know if I'm lying or not. Pretty sure it's true, though.
Who cares? We can say whatever we want. It's a
Nacho Libre,
podcast.
real man. Yes. All right, let me
Father
read it. Father
Sergio.
Sergio Gutierrez Benitez. The 2006 movie Nacho Libre is loosely based on the life of Sergio Gutierrez Benitez,
Loosely.
Mexican
Gutierrez.
Catholic priest and luchador who went by the ring name of Fray Tormenta or Friar Storm. Benitez was born in 1945, wrestled for 23 years to support the orphanage he ran. He wore a red and yellow mask and was known for his athleticism and dedication. His identity was a secret for many years, but it was eventually accidentally revealed. Benitez semi-retired from wrestling in 2011, but continued his work with the orphanage. His legacy lives on through the children he cared for, and with the orphanage. With the children he cared for, and a former resident who was inspired to become a luchador himself, known as Fray Tormenta Jr. Jack Black portrayed Benitez in the movie.
It's so funny that Jack Black
Yeah, what a crazy
he became
movie
this
pitch.
guy.
Isn't that crazy though?
I had no idea that was based on a loosely based. They say loosely, but that's basically what the movie is.
literally
Says
the
the
movie.
story.
A Mexican Catholic priest. I guess Nacho Libre wasn't a priest.
And
he
he
was
was
like
the
one of
actual
He
events
worked there,
were
and he was
real.
in love with one of the.
nuns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it more interesting because he's in love with it's like
A
a
nun.
romance kind of.
Yeah.
People love romance. It really draws in a
It
crowd.
draws them in.
Isn't that wild though?
That's
Wow.
funny.
And it was accidentally his identity was accidentally released. They ripped off his mask. So crazy.
Oh, no.
Pretty sick. I am.
Is that a picture of Nacho Libre though?
No, that's him.
Real dude.
That's Fray Tormenta.
So funny.
I think I am.
Dude, went to the Mexican supermarket
I know
in
I
Longview.
am.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
It took me right back
to Mexico.
to Mexico.
Where's that at? Is that by me?
Gilmer Road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct.
We haven't been in there yet. Haley's been wanting to go there. I guess they have really good fruit.
It's awesome. Mexican supermarket?
Supermarket.
El supermercado.
El supermercado.
Supermarket.
El supermercado.
Her mom shops there.
Yeah.
Oh.
She should. She
should.
should love it.
She should. Great place.
I have a feeling I'm going to go back there. Bro, they have
Too
a whole
much talking,
section, like their
Haley.
bakery section. They're just cranking out tortillas back there. Oh, yeah. They're
Are you
super
serious?
Too much.
Super warm.
Oh my
Too
god.
much talking. She needs a mic.
We do need to get her a mic.
That's all right.
A real religious. We need to get someone a mic. Ain't nobody talking.
Can you guys believe that Kamala is actually gaining some traction?
That's not real. There's no way.
No, it's not. Yeah, they're lying to
ChatGPT
us.
made that picture.
That is
She's
true.
not getting traction.
I did
Where'd you hear
see.
that?
Well, just like people
She's
are
54%
the
in the
media is trying to
polls.
convince us that she's cool.
I
She's
saw
not
that on Fox News.
She's not cool.
It popped up on my YouTube, said that she's polling at 54% across the country.
Across the country.
Apparently, supposedly, it's because they're going and doing these polls from the media and because
Yeah.
people already voted,
What?
not officially voted, but people took these polls and said, "Oh, this is who I'm voting for." And all the people that said they were voting for Trump, a lot of them weren't saying it again because they weren't already counting it. Because they're like, "I just took this poll when it was Trump versus Biden, so why do you need me to do it again?" And so instead of just inputting those people as Trump supporters or Trump voters, they didn't
Put him as
and
Kamala.
So it put Kamala way ahead of all the new people that are
Oh,
supporting her.
wow.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, bro.
It's so weird to me that they're just like, let's do a primary. This guy, we'll vote for him to be our nominee. Oh, he decides he doesn't want to do it. Let's just pick some random, well, she wasn't
Lady.
random, but just like, let's just pick somebody instead. I know
Yeah,
we voted on it.
bro.
Let's not do a revote.
It's because of all the money,
All the money.
that he raised during his campaigning.
Money talks.
If she didn't get nominated, they would lose it for whoever the new nominee was.
Why wouldn't they want the people that their party wants?
Maybe their party wants
that
Kamala.
they're like the Democrat Party wants.
And
if they did
she
a vote and they
picked-
voted on her,
She
They
picked
were
the
cool,
most
but I don't even
extreme
know.
vice president
I
as a
don't know much
candidate.
about him.
she was constantly riding a BMX bike around the White House. Is what I heard.
What?
Skateboarding,
Oh, that's so sick, actually.
half pipe. She got a half pipe installed
My
in the West Wing.
goodness.
That's why they wouldn't let us check out the White
She's setting up the White House.
House. Yeah.
MTV released a piece.
What?
Yeah.
But Tim
Tim Walsh.
Walsh.
Tim Walz.
Walls.
Tim Walz.
WALZ.
Walls.
Walls.
He is a governor of Minnesota, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Extreme.
Extreme governor.
Extremely liberal.
Extremely governess.
Yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of people saying that JD Vance is like more right wing than Donald Trump. I haven't even really.
I don't really know anything about either of them, to
He
be
seems
honest.
like a pretty normal guy, though.
Yeah.
Who's that? Walls?
JD.
Or JD?
Vance.
JD Vance. Yeah, I don't know much about him either.
Walls.
Because usually the vice president picks are just like, all right, this is kind of a medium person. But last time, I mean, it was Kamala, and she was voted the most liberal senator.
She
Not this
was
guy.
so
This
random.
guy.
Oh my gosh. Why? Yeah, that was the same deal. I was like, I never heard of this chick in my life.
Well, I never heard of Mike Pence at first. For the longest time, I saw Trump Pence. I thought Pence was like an acronym or something. That was another MAGA. Oh, yeah, that's actually
Trumpets.
sick.
We're going to trumpets.
Pence.
Trumpets them.
But that was when I was 12, but still, probably should have been able to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Very weird. So I heard Walls is a big transgender guy. Not himself, but his.
He likes little
loves
boys to be able to transition.
Yeah.
He said as
Oh.
young as 8 years old, something like that. And then he said that he was so pro-choice that Nancy Pelosi, who's very liberal,
yeah.
told him that he needs to reel it back a little bit.
That's an
He
insane
said
statement
that
because, like, how
In
much more?
like a grand statement to a bunch of people.
And he's lying about his rank in the army when he retired. Or
yeah.
the National
I
Guard.
heard some bunch of stuff about stolen valor. I didn't
Yeah.
look into it at all.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, it's just like one rank above is what he's saying. he
Yeah,
is.
but you don't get that wrong.
What's the
though, if
point
you
of that?
were-
Why would you
I don't know.
even say that? That's so weird. What a crazy.
Yeah. And talking about how he's like, these weapons of war that I used in war should not be on the streets. But he was never in active combat. He retired right before his unit deployed to Iraq.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Coward.
Who said that?
Who said that? Guys, we can't talk about Mormons, seriously.
Yeah. Oh man.
I think Mormons believe in stolen valor. We can't do this.
They believe in stolen valor.
Mhm.
No, that's what I mean. You did that last time about
Oh.
some Mormon stuff.
Well,
Well, I didn't know that's what I thought that was what Freemasons believe.
We should interview a
that
Mormon
Jesus
on the
and Satan are
podcast.
brothers. We should get a Mormon on here.
Any listeners out there, if you're a Mormon, you're awesome, and we think you're super smart. Come on our podcast and talk to us.
No. Not like that.
You
There's
can't-
probably great Mormons.
There's probably great ones out there.
I know Mormons that are great. My neighbors.
Oh, like personally, yeah, they're
Ex
nice.
neighbors.
I had
They're
some that
wonderful
went to my
people.
some
Very
friends
nice.
from
Nice.
school that were Mormon. Are Mormon.
I seem a
probably
little
still.
confused about some.
But most
Some
people
things
are.
that-
Is that where? Who's their guy? Joseph.
It's not Jesus.
Joseph Smith.
Joseph
Yeah,
Smith.
it's Joseph.
The golden books, golden tablets,
Golden
under
book
the apple
boy.
tree.
Yep.
It was, right?
Yeah. So
Some
they.
cool
That he dug them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he found them in like some
Utah?
random U.S. Utah or whatever. He was in Utah and
There's no trees in Utah.
He only had
found-
a third grade education, but somehow he was able to translate these from English to. He spoke English, but not very well. Couldn't read it.
Yeah.
But he's able to read these.
What are you gonna do? Found these golden tablets.
Was he really third grade?
And
No, like he only had up to a third grade education.
Oh.
in
believe.
Utah, which is kind of weird.
But this was way back in the day.
Like not like the 1800s.
Maybe he didn't find him in
And they
Utah, but they
cl-
got excommunicated because they were having a bunch of wives.
And
So
then
we sent him away.
they claimed that it was written in like 400 AD or something, or 1200 AD, like
Mhm.
much long before
Long
they
time
found them.
ago.
I don't really know much about it.
How'd
Probably
they
getting
get
a
to
lot
the
of it wrong.
U.S.? Nobody
Something
knows.
about America being the new Israel, the new promised land. or something
Yeah,
like that.
and they're very racist,
Very
or
racist.
at least fundamentally. And then they were like, "We're not,
Like, guys, we're not that racist anymore.
yeah, we misinterpreted.
Yeah. I think they just changed their stance on caffeine, so good for them.
Yeah, they can.
They got caffeine
more
now.
than Sprite. No, Sprite is non-caffeinated.
Yeah.
So random. They have like 9 wives, can't have caffeine.
Yeah. No Dr. Pepper, but have as many wives as you want. Which I remember talking about some of this stuff in school, and like I knew Mormon kids. There's one girl. She was super nice, but just
They're
like
very nice.
she's like, we don't believe that anymore. We don't believe in the multiple wives thing. Like, all right.
What about the
think that
guy?
they
What
do.
about Sister Wives on TLC?
That was like a fundamental person. Like, there's like Christian fundamentalists, emphasis on the mentalist, that believe like weird things that nobody
That's
else
true.
does.
That is true.
That is very true.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know
There's
much
all
Just
about
to
it.
sacrifice things.
There's all these weird sects, sects,
sex.
and like of religions and stuff.
Always
Yeah.
weird sects
I had a
of religion.
teacher one time who it was in a history class. It must have been. But he brought in a bunch of different like leaders of religion, like different religions.
He brought in Jesus, Muhammad.
Brought in Jesus and God and the Holy
Buddha.
Spirit.
About people that were Muslim, somebody that was Catholic. I think someone who was Mormon.
And then
And just
someone that
had
was
him-
like a regular Christian.
just had him fight.
Christian. No, and like at different times, it was different class periods, and would have them just kind of share.
Oh.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, just so you could kind of learn more.
Yeah, I would love to do like an apologetic, like
Tour?
of
That was always super
Mormonism.
interesting
Like
to
a
me.
guy that's like a devout Mormon that's been for the longest,
Yeah, give me some
and just
explanation
ask
on things.
a bunch of questions.
I've found a Book of Mormon in my grandparents' like bookshelf because my grandpa's friend gave him one like forever ago.
Yeah.
And I was just reading some of it, and it's just like it's just interesting. I want to really like I don't know. I want to know about it, but I
Yeah.
Don't have the time.
no. That was always super interesting to me in school, though. Like Greek mythology, especially. I
Love
always
it.
loved that stuff.
A lot of stuff.
So cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I remember one time, the first time I heard someone say like, "Oh, I do this religiously," or whatever, just saying like they do it all the time.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
It was in middle school. Me and my friend Miles were talking about something with like The Office, and we had a substitute teacher. And he was like, "What are you guys talking about?" Like, "Oh, some like The Office." Like, "You watch The Office?" And he's like, "Not religiously." And then like walked away. And then me
Yeah.
and Miles were like,
I don't really either.
"What?"
I don't watch it for
What is-
religious
what is this
purposes
dude-
either.
Like, this guy's so weird. And then we're like, "Oh wait,
I
think we looked it up.
Wait a second.
It's still kind of a weird thing to say.
yeah, not religiously."
Yeah. Okay.
To a bunch of sixth graders.
Still
Alright.
kind of weird. A little bit weird.
I don't
That would,
know.
catch me off guard. So I wasn't saying you were watching it religiously.
Because he was already a pretty weird dude,
Yeah,
and then
Then he
like,
gets
alright.
weirder when he says
This guy.
religiously.
yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, we've hit politics, we've hit religion,
religion, sexuality.
guns.
Yeah, still kind of politics.
Okay, let's talk
actually.
about guns and
And then
Or in-
war.
and
Our
war.
stance on war. What's the best war to do?
What is the best war to do? Who would you attack right now if you were governor of war?
Parker. Attack Parker.
Me and Haley yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
we got lunch,
Nice.
delicious lunch, barbecue, and we were hanging out. All of our friends were doing God knows what. Mariah's in town. Parker's with Mariah.
Gavin's at home.
Gavin's with Parker. Were you at home?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
y'all were hanging out, so we didn't have anything to do, and we were barbecue. We got barbecue, and we were trying to go find someplace to eat. Haley wanted to try out this park and like eat at a picnic table or whatever.
Let's go to this park. All right.
Let's go.
So
It's
we go
95 degrees outside, and you're in
Let's go
pants.
sit
Let's go to this
in the-
park.
we
Let's
go to
go sit in
McWhorter
the
Park. Great park. They just recently redid it. It looks great.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, so we went over there, pulled into the parking lot, and we found a community of LARPers. Live action
Some
role
live action
players.
role players.
Oh.
And they were
Cute.
dressed up in all their medieval. They had like these bins just full of costumes and props and like weapons
All their
and
get-ups.
shields and swords and all the fun stuff. And they were just in there and they would like talk for a little bit and then they'd go to their each separate sides and they'd start just battling
Start
it out
fighting.
and going crazy. And then like one person would win or like a team would win and then they would like get together, like hug and give each other nugs and then go switch sides again and then do it again.
Someone was asking me once if I would do like a Civil War reenactment thing.
Oh yeah, dude.
That'd
Wait,
be
Civil
yes.
War. What side?
The good guys, North Side, Blue
The
I
Side.
wouldn't
Union?
really care. You got to represent
Blues
each
up
side.
Federalists.
What?
I think
The
it's
Union.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the North.
yeah.
Yeah. Confederates, not Federalists.
Yeah, Confederates.
Yeah,
in the South.
Confederates, not
The
Federalists.
Federalists. Those were like
The
that was when
Feds.
at the
That was
the Constitution.
Yeah.
I like
That's England.
the other day was reminded like the we used to have like a constitution and it lasted for like 20 years and it was so bad that we rewrote it completely.
Yeah, we used to
Remember
have
that? They had the Articles of Confederation first,
I don't even remember that.
and that we had it for a little bit, and then we're like, no, this sucks. We need a different
this is
system.
bad.
But thankfully, they recognize that because I don't think we could handle doing something like that.
Is
today.
the Senate still voted by
No.
the state?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Chosen
yeah.
by the state, not
Yeah.
the
Every
people?
state gets
You
two.
voted your senator.
What do you mean? Chosen by the state.
Yeah, so when they first wrote the Constitution, they wanted to give the power to the people. So, you know, the House of Representatives,
Mhm.
that's why they call it the House
Mm.
of Representatives, because they're
Representatives.
representing their state. That's why for each state, it's determined by population of
Population.
state, how many
People you have.
representatives you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then the Senate, there's two from
Per
each state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't think the people would necessarily be smart enough, or if they would know how to control the power. So originally the Senate was chosen by the government, who
By
was
the House of
gonna,
Representatives.
I don't know if it was by the House of Reps.
What government? The federal government picks the
I don't know,
senators?
the executive branch.
That
the
doesn't make
president?
sense. That's
I don't
weird.
know, but I just know that the people didn't vote them in at first.
I watched this documentary like a couple weeks ago about it was like one of the first colonies in the US.
Delaware.
Or actually not one of the first
Massachusetts.
colonies. It's like one of the longest enduring mysteries of the US history. And like our settlement of the US.
Uh-huh.
It's about the lost colony of Roanoke.
Oh yeah.
Have
yeah,
you
yeah, I
heard
remember
anything
learning
about that?
Yeah, learned about that in middle school.
Oh really? That's in
Uh-huh.
school?
No, I don't remember.
It was like one of the first. It was before the Mayflower.
Yeah, they
It
got
was
cooked.
before the Pilgrims. It was this group sent over from
I think it
England.
was Virginia, right?
What?
Virginia? and
Yeah, it
Roanoke?
was. There's like an island off of Virginia, called something Island.
City in Virginia.
Look at a map.
That
look at
island?
A map. There's like a. That's Roanoke, Texas.
Nice, guys.
Winnipeg.
Yeah, you're just gonna find it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah. So
Is it that whole island right there?
no, it's much smaller. Go down. Go down.
South.
South.
Roanoke.
Roanoke, Virginia. Yeah.
Oh,
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
That's the new one.
That's like the new. That's new Roanoke. It's down. That
That one, Knott's
I-
Island?
no. Scroll out. It's like a really slender.
it's like a
Zoom
slender
out.
man.
Zoom out. Go down. Like it would be like this right here.
Oh.
The Hatteras. Yeah, go down. Oh yeah, right there. Roanoke Island.
That thing?
That's Roanoke Island. Yeah.
They'd be
So
living there.
it was like one of the first.
Oh, they were so close
They
to
sent a group
massive land.
from England of like this many people. First, it was like a few people. They created a settlement there, made relationships with the Indians.
Good for
They're
them.
people that settled, they brought like a big group of people, and they all settled there. They made friends with the Indians. They were like kind of like at war a little bit with one group of Indians, and there was another group of Indians that they were really close with. So they were allies with this group. Another group to like the north of them, they were not allies. They were quickly like running out of food and lost support from England. So there was like the main guy. He brought his whole family and like 100 other people. And
what was his name?
I don't know. I forgot.
Rowan.
I don't know.
And he left as like a last ditch effort because they thought the Indians were about to attack them and they were running low on food. Like there was a plague or like a disease that spread through the colony and a bunch of people died. So they needed,
Walter Raleigh.
He went back to England to try and get like support and like bring more ships and food and to get support for him.
Did he take his family with him?
And no, he left his family, his daughter and her family. Like it was him. He brought his daughter. His daughter had a husband and their kids.
Doesn't he
they
know
stayed
that's
there.
how...
He left to try and get support for him, and it ended up because of like some war that was going on or something. It took him like 2 years before he could go back. So he finally made it back. The colony disappeared. Like there were like no signs of like really like a war or anything. Like no dead bodies really. Like it wasn't like they got attacked.
Tsunami.
And there was one carving that said like Croatan or something. That was the name of the Indians that they were close with.
Oh.
And there were like reports that before he left, they said if something went wrong, they would go to this Indian tribe and like stay there. But they ended up, so they wanted to go visit them, or he did. They went to Roanoke, and then these people were like 50 miles upriver. So he wanted to get in the boat and sail to where these Indians were to see if his family was there and the people were there.
Yeah.
And there ended up being like there's like a shift of wind, and the captain of the ship was like, we won't be able to make it there because the storm that's coming or whatever reason, we have to turn back and go to England.
What?
Yeah, so they ended up having to go back, and the guy never got the chance.
Wait, they were already in North
They
America?
were 50 miles from the Indian settlement, and the captain, for whatever reason, was like, we have to go back. We're not going to make it because they were running out of food or the wind shifted and it's going to take them too long.
Food, and they had enough to get back to England, but
Look it up.
Food
Why couldn't they go to Croatan? But they ended up having to go back to England, and Walter Raleigh never was able to. Croatan, that's what it was. Carving the palace that hadn't been built around the settlement. White took the letters to mean that the colonists had moved to Croatan Island, some 50 miles away. Roanoke Island.
1585.
Raleigh sent out another group of Holland colonists under John White. White returned to England to procure more supplies, but the war with Spain delayed his return. By the time he returned, everyone had vanished.
Dang. What a bummer.
That's crazy.
He was never able to look 50 miles upriver to see if they joined.
It says he wasn't able to, but then a later search
No,
found
that was the first time he came back. He left. Oh, I see what you said right there.
But like eventually.
But that was like
he didn't get to know this.
That was way later.
Yeah.
And they said like according to because Jamestown, where the Pilgrims settled, that was like barely north of Roanoke Island. That was like 100 miles or a couple hundred miles north of Roanoke Island. And
look, they're in a bay. They're totally fine.
Jamestown's right up there somewhere. Farther away than that. So, it would go down. You can see where Croatan was, I think. That's Roanoke Island. They were like on this. Oh yeah, Hatteras or whatever. So, but there was like reports that there was like the Indians, there were like writings like that they were like these white people in the tribe of the Croatans or whatever.
Oh.
And there were other reports that they had moved like up this other river and
so
settled
maybe they
there.
survived, but
And then some people said that just like the Indian tribe that hated them just killed everybody. But no one knows.
Dude, I want to get up northeast.
I know, I've never been out there.
Sounds awesome.
there's so much history up there. Holy smokes.
Forget about history.
I know.
And that's a shame.
That's always like future.
Let's talk about the past. I need so much more history back then than I do now.
Yeah. History's fun.
I'll get into it probably when I'm old and got nothing else to do.
I wonder if there's any like new news, like if they know where they went now.
If they could figure it out.
Yeah.
What I think about sometimes is what in like 100 years, what are they going to say about
The Gas Boys.
us? About,
What is this thing you call a podcast?
Yeah, how did they shape an entire generation like they did?
I know. And why are they still
Such
alive
humble
at
beginnings.
120 years old?
124. I would have been dead 4 years ago.
In 100 years, you will have died 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Wow.
I have 96 more years left.
That's good.
Yeah. But what are they going to say? What, like 2024, what are the highlights?
Yeah, how are people going to go down in history?
Perverts.
Yeah.
Bunch of perverts.
2024, year of everyone
Perverts.
becoming perverts.
We had Cody Ko, Mr. Beast.
Chris. Kamala Harris. Shocking, I
Harris.
know, but just wait.
But it's true.
There's something coming out soon. Dang it, we're going to get fact checked again.
Dang it.
Dang it.
It's
Independent fact
It was,
checkers.
yeah, now this is why we have so few views on YouTube is because we keep getting censored.
I know, it's insane.
We got a lot of comments on the last video, that 3-year video, though. Everybody was, saying congratulations, like you were saying.
Congratulations.
That was nice.
Yeah, so cool. If I was going to LARP or roleplay, like live action, whatever,
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have all my stuff like right there, like the bins and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm
To take you out
setting
of
up.
it.
We're taking a 2-mile hike into the woods or something.
Yeah.
The
Just to
real deal.
stay-
I don't want
really
to do it
gotta
in
get
a
into character.
park.
I'm gonna be in a park, and then you got some people playing basketball over there. You got some
Yeah.
people enjoying
That's
their
not real.
barbecue lunch.
You're like, what is this ball thing?
Yeah,
Attack them.
yeah, that would be funny if you started just like really getting into the character.
A police officer comes.
Ah.
What is this?
What is
man?
this strange contraption?
Sir.
Reaches for his gun.
Huzzah.
He reaches for it so fast you like chop off his arm.
It was like 100 degrees outside, and they had like 15 people there.
And then
That's crazy.
I can't believe they could get that many people together. I don't even know how
Good for them.
they have a Facebook group.
They did it.
They must have been from all over, like Tyler, everywhere else.
There's that many people in Longview that do it.
No, there's not. There's no way. It must take some effort to get that many people together for LARPing on a Sunday in 100-degree weather.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I think we could get enough.
We get a good LARP sesh going.
Yeah,
We can't even get people to hang out and play frisbee.
I know.
I could get some people. To
I
hang
love
out.
frisbee.
I know. I found a frisbee in our garage.
Really? I don't know
Yeah.
where my frisbee went.
I think it might be broken. I can't remember though.
It might
Well,
be.
I thought I remember it breaking our pink frisbee. I got stepped on, didn't it?
We have a different one.
But then I opened a sports balls bin in the garage the other day. So many sports balls that I forgot about. Nice football.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What about a frisbee?
That's
And
huge.
the pink frisbee was in
Well,
there.
we got a
which
football
was
'cause-
shocking because I thought it was destroyed.
Jeremiah's starting football tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he was
Flag
telling
football?
me.
Flag football.
I went into the kids class yesterday and he was like, "Parker, I'm starting football tomorrow." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Since when?" Like, "What's your team?" He's like, "I don't know. My dad just told me I'm playing football." Like, okay, cool.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Flag football was fun. I did it for a year.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be like the Cowboys or something
Yeah, I know.
dumb.
Nah.
No, everyone around here would be the Cowboys. They'll change it up a little bit, probably.
Yeah, they'll be okay then.
Yeah,
No
that'll
one's
be
allowed to be the Eagles, though.
fun, dude.
Not down here.
Oh, did you see the college football AP poll came out? Oregon's number
Oregon's three?
3. Yeah, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Notre Dame.
Bro, Notre Dame is always ranked so high, and they always suck
Yeah.
so much.
That is
Everybody's
true.
like, we respect them though.
We respect you
them.
guys. The Irish.
I know. And they're never good.
They're not even in a conference.
Penn State's up there. I can't remember who else was up there.
We're going to have 4 great Big Ten teams this year. We got Oregon, we got Ohio State, we got Penn State, and we got Michigan.
Yeah.
Those 4. If any Big Ten teams make to the playoffs.
Where's
it's gonna
Utah?
be
Are they
those
Big
4.
12?
Big 12.
They were like number 9 or something.
They were good.
Or
They'll
12.
do all
Maybe
right
I think
over
Penn
there.
State was 9.
Yeah, Colorado and Utah are Big 12. I think there's more. Arizona and Arizona State are Big 12. And then we got Cal and Stanford and ACC.
That's so crazy. They're going to be flying everywhere.
Who else are we missing? Because that's only 10.
Cal's gonna get whooped.
Right?
What?
Is that only 10? Because Big 10 is Oregon, Washington,
Yeah.
UCLA, and USC.
Okay.
And then we got Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, Utah in Big 12.
Yeah.
Then we got Cal and Stanford in Big Ten. Who am I missing?
Well, the
Or
Beavers
Oregon State,
and
Washington State.
are still in the Pac-12.
Hilarious.
Pac-12. It's so funny.
How is that going to work?
Bummer for them.
They'll play other
Pac-12 championship game, first game of the season.
No, they won't play each other until the end.
But it seems like they're going to keep the Pac-12 around, try to recruit some teams in there.
Yeah, that would be cool if they revived it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be sweet.
They're not going to. What are they going to start new football programs?
Maybe.
Well, other schools, transfer
That
conferences,
suck.
them come up like Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Notre Dame are all non-conference.
Yep.
They could join.
That would be crazy. Notre Dame in the Pac-12.
Notre Dame
Mhm.
would run that conference, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That would be pretty sick. And then Oregon would be like, dang it, I'm so glad
Which would
we're
be
out.
funny. Yeah. Be hilarious. Oregon State got destroyed all the time by Notre Dame. I know Oregon State's always supposed to have been like our big rivals, but I always just feel bad for them.
Yeah.
They're like a little kid that just like sucks.
Oh, he's
They
got
beat us one
boys.
year.
They beat us 2 years ago.
Yeah. Which
That was
just-
embarrassing.
That was embarrassing.
But that was when Oregon, that was like a COVID year where Oregon was like 4-3 or something like that.
That's so funny, though, that they got so hyped about that, but we had beat them 14 years in a row
yeah.
prior. And then we'll beat them another 50
It's
years.
crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy world out there. Lots of football.
Bo Nix had a great game.
Bo Nix had a great NFL
Oh,
debut.
He
yeah,
had
preseason.
three quarterbacks play. Bo Nix was the best by far. He had a touchdown. Four of his 5 drives were scoring drives. No turnovers. He was like 12 for 18 or something like that.
That's classic Bo.
Classic Bo. I mean, just an
I love
efficient,
Bo Nix.
just an efficient quarterback. The one drive that didn't end in a score was a fumble from the running back.
I think I'll get a Bo Nix. I don't know if I'll get a jersey because Broncos.
I might get a poster though.
But if there's like
Get a
some kind
good
of
Bo
Bo
Nix
Nix
poster.
merch,
Put it in your room.
I'd get
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, he's just a great guy. I mean, he really is.
He is. He's awesome. So is Justin Herbert. Excited to see the Chargers this year. See what they do.
There's a
Good
lot
things,
of
hopefully.
NFL teams I'm excited to see.
You think
The
in-
Bears.
think the Oregon Ducks will kind of be running the show quarterback wise here soon?
Hopefully.
I don't know who. Carson Beck.
Yeah.
Will Howard from Ohio State supposed to be good this year.
Supposedly Jalen Milroe in Alabama. He can just run.
Yeah.
That's it. Ooh, so fast.
Yeah, he choked. Remember how bad they choked in that
Yeah.
in the game against Washington?
It was awesome.
No, it
dude.
wasn't Washington. It was Michigan.
Michigan.
That was so funny.
Yep.
That was funny.
August 31st, first Duck game.
Yep.
Let's get together to watch.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Super fun.
Peace.
Fun time.